So I'm live. Sorry, guys, I've been a bit late tonight. It's 5 minutes past 9. So let's get into the comments. Oh, Yogi picking up dog. So loads of people in already. Good luck with the magnets. Hang on, I've just got to get the questions. I had my dinner late tonight. Well, my supper, what you call it, isn't it? So let's get this all set up. See, it's what happens. All prepared. I'm not prepared, but tonight we've got in there. Oh, there it is. The magnet, the free magnet that's up for grabs. I think I got 33 of you. Yes, 33 of you have got the correct free magnet Sunday. So lots of gabbling going on there. Evening in, Jim, Steppenwolf, Declan, Kev, Des, Simon, Ian again, Colin, lots of Collins there, Yogi as well, top people. So yeah, so a bit late tonight, but hey-o, it's what happens sometimes when you got everything on the go. See, being retired's not easy, you know. So anyway, I got a load of questions. Well, I ain't got that many thinking about it. But did I bother to... Because obviously last week, guys, which was the air show, the Spanish... Apparently it's the largest air show that Spain puts on. And it was free, except the coach trip, and to pay for the coach trip. And the best part of it all, we had the Red Arrows there, which was nice. So we sat on the beach, on the deck chairs, watching the Red Arrows and all the other planes. I think we had a F-16, F-18, some old bangers, a couple of helicopters. I think the thing that I did want to see right at the end was a drone. One of those drones that the military use. And no doubt that's been shipped off somewhere else. What's going on around the world, unfortunately. So I've got 27 of you in the house, which is fantastic. Because I'm sort of caught on the hoop tonight, I take it you can hear me pretty well. So let's get down through the comments. Let's just see if we've got any questions first before we get into the rest of it. Picking up my name in a few months. Oh yes, you are, Colin. Yeah, well done. Question: is Cat's Bar, Rendezvous Bar, Tails Bar, Fiesta, or Alan's Shop the best place to go with an upside down pineapple? Upside down pineapple. What's that about, Colin? Is that some sort of drink? Alan Shop. What would he do those for? I'm gonna say, Colin, Rendezvous. I never even had that upside down pineapple. Unless you want about a can of pineapples that you can turn upside down. So in that case, it would be Alan's Shop. But anyway, not forgetting chip pie as well. Chip pie. So talking about chip pies, fish and chip shop just round the corner, Colin. Okay. So anything else? Glad you're all back. Missed last week. So top man Simon. Yep. I was just so knackered when I got back last Sunday, and then I have to walk the dog as well. I was just shattered. Being an old bloke, it just catches up with you sometimes. So I'm in Malaga, and it's roasting. Yeah, I mean today, I think when I took Bonnie out about an hour ago, it was still 32. But I'll take her to a place where there's lots of grass, so she likes it on that. But yeah, it's definitely hot this year. It's just come over us, isn't it? I did say this morning, if I get over 100 likes on my 5-minute thingy that I did this morning, I'll go in the pool next week. But looking at it at the moment, I've only got 42, so I think I'll be pretty safe. But I did say I'll let it go up until next Saturday. So keep liking. That's what I say. So Deb's in. Just finished clearing up after making chicken and some funny food there tonight. Well done. Proper Spanish scan, eh? Well, did you see the bin fire on A tonight, Sean? I didn't see a bin fire. Okay, no, didn't hear about that. So that must be something else I missed. Even though I did go out in the car tonight, no bin fires where I was. Cheryl, I shot my brother's 21st birthday tomorrow. He has spent a lot of time on Saturday on holidays and had the villa there for over 20 years as a family. And he's also a big fan of the channel. Well done. 21st, eh? 21st. Good evening, all from the slightly drizzly Somerset. Don't forget the thumbs up, says Peter. Well done, Peter. From a drizzly Somerset. Now, some of us here in Spain will probably think, oh, that'd be nice to have a bit of a drizzle to wet us down a bit. Because I think one of the things that people don't really think about is not so much the heat, it's the humidity. That's the thing that gets you, is the humidity. Right, was in Benidorm last week and it was very hot. Wish we were still there. Yes, it's lovely weather. Oh, Mike and Yvonne's in now. Well done. Good evening. Yep, that's it. You're still in Morocco, which is just across the water, I suppose, isn't it? Is it very hot there, Mike? I would imagine it would be. Okay, so we've got nothing else. We've got 27 in the house still. That's good. So I'm going to carry on with the first question, which is from Ethan. Now, I haven't seen Ethan in yet, but no doubt he'll be back. Is it easy to drive to and from Alicante Airport to Camposol, and how long does it take? So I did work that one out. It takes no, I didn't put that on there, did I? Anyway, it takes about 1 hour. I would say hour and a half. Taking it easy, but it's all motorway. And to be honest, there's quite a. It's right. I've got a thing come up on the screen there. You can't see it, but anyway, it's gone now. Yeah, it's motorway all the way. You should go out of Camposol on the RM3. You head north, and you go through Murcia City. I did do a video on it, I think. If you go into my playlist and look under Camposol, I'm sure I've done a video, like a drive video from Camposol straight to Alicante Airport. It's pretty easy. It's pretty well marked. So as you go through Murcia City, that's the only place, depending on what time your plane's going to be, that's where you might get held up in traffic. Other than that, oh, Yogi, hey, top man. I've always said that about you, Yogi. So you got your hat still. Haven't flogged it yet. Yeah. So, and once you get through Murcia City, and that's all motorway, it's a pretty straight drive. And once you get near the airport, there's plenty of signage, and you can either park in the long stay car park, or if you're picking up people, you can just pull up to departures. And if I think it's 10 or 15 minutes you got, it didn't cost you nothing. After that, you just go over the machine. It doesn't cost a lot. Even the long stay car park, it only costs you a couple of euros if you're waiting people, because sometimes the flights do come in a bit late, or even worse, they miss a flight and you're waiting there yonks, no doubt. So yeah, it's pretty easy, Ethan. Anybody could drive. It's not. I would say it's not advisable to walk there. Anyway, Yabes I got now. And Yabes, has anyone got their magnets? Don't they get stuck in the automatic postal separation machines? Good question, that, Yabes. I think I saw you on here tonight. So there's the magnet thingy. But I've had two people in the UK and they've received theirs. So apparently, either the paper, obviously comes in an envelope, doesn't it? It didn't seem to affect it. But as far as I know, nobody has had it. Well, I hadn't had it returned, that's for sure. So yeah, it does get there, Yabes. So don't worry. If you win it, you definitely get your magnet. So let's have a quick look just before I. Like Mike was saying, yeah, it's nice and warm in Morocco. Who won the free sticker Sunday last week, please? There's Julie. That's a good question, that Julie. Obviously, somebody. Well, they didn't win it last week, to be honest, Julie, because I didn't do it because I was at the air show. But if you're asking about the previous week, it was a bloke. I've got it. I've got it. But anyway, you're asking about last weekend, but nobody. I didn't do it last weekend, so thankfully, if you did it, oh, you did because I remember that name, Julie Errington. I remember that name. That rings a bell. Yeah. So there's a good chance tonight you could win it. I'll be doing that in about 10 minutes' time. So here we go. Yogi's giving me some dosh. He's a top man for a nice cup of coffee. I might squeeze in. No, we'll get no. Oh, yeah, might better get a little bit of a cake with that, Yogi. Sean, how long does it take to get to Madrid in the car? Oh, I thought you was going to ask that question. So from here to Madrid, I would imagine we're talking about possible 5 hours. Yeah. I'll be honest, Yogi, I've never been to Madrid, but I've been past it, and I'm sure when I was going up to the ferry. I call it the ferry up at Santander. Does that sound right? And that other one next door to it, I caught the boat. I'll tell you what, guys, catching the boat is so much better and easier than driving all up through France. But I noticed the ferry tickets are quite expensive sometimes. So yeah, I'm sure anybody else can put in their bit there. I'm sure we're talking about 5 hours, which ain't too bad really. So Colin's saying evening, Des. No winner or draw. Like, well done, Des. Yes, you got it. Hi, Sean. Any further information on the new ETIAS? Well, no, nothing. As always, this is the thing that's been going on for a couple of years now. They kept saying, I think last summer they said, yeah, it's going to start last summer. Nope. And then it was the winter. Nope. And then they said beginning of this year. Nope. I honestly still don't know what the hold up is about this. This is the new entry system thing. But from what I can hear, in the UK, the machines are working amazingly. But here in Spain, even though I hear at Alicante they're all set up for it, it's still not ready yet. But no doubt, Chris, if he's watching from Upsticks and Scats, they'll let you know straight away because they seem to get all the info before me. Good evening. Is there? If you own a property outright, can you get away with a lower annual income for your non-lucrative visa? Right. Hang on. I'll just digest that question in, Steve. 'Cause I don't particularly do anything to do with the non-lucrative because obviously that come after I've moved here to Spain. If you own a property outright, can you get away with a lower? No, I don't think so. I think the whole thing of this non-lucrative visa, you have to have a set income. I think it was 28,000, and I think with a partner, I might be wrong because I haven't got no info on me. See, this is the thing. You catch me on the cuff. See, I think a married couple. I think it's 32,000 a year. So it doesn't matter what property you got. I know people that buy properties even before they've been accepted with the non-lucrative visa, thinking that that will give them a better chance. But officially, you got to wait until the whole process of getting the non-lucrative. But no, you're not going to get anything. You know what they're like. I think ever since this non-lucrative's been out, and I think we're probably talking about 3 or 4 years now, they've already increased the fee on it. Not hugely, but I'm sure we're talking for a married couple. It's you've got to have 32,000 euros, I believe, for your income. But anybody else on here who might know? And I think Kevin's on here tonight. I think I did see his name. Yes, he's on it now. Kevin's all clued up on this stuff. Here it is. See, there he. I knew he would. And my top man, Mike's in the house. Well done, Mike. Good. I bet it's hot in your tent tonight, isn't it? Eh? Good. When I took Bonnie out, it was sweltering. But anyway, top man, Mike, for being in. Right. Yeah. So there it is. Yeah, 28,800 euros single and 32,000 for a married couple or a couple, because we've got to be up to date now. Right. I think what I've done, I've skipped a couple of questions there. Right. Unfortunately not. Right, that's it. I drive over in the ferry. I can't pronounce that word right. Ferry. I know, to me it sounds like some flappy thing, doesn't it? From Santander and go through Madrid. It takes about 4.5 hours. So there you are, Yogi. 4.5 hours to 5, isn't it? Yeah. And that's just cruising along. But with you, Yogi, we're not cruising, are we? When you're driving, it's a maniac in driving. But yeah, nice cruising speed. Yeah, 4.5 to 5 hours drive. Chris is in Italy at the moment, says Kev. Oh, he's on his holidays, is he? He does get holidays, I suppose. Des. Hi, Sean. How is the driving range coming along at the course of Camposol? Coming over in 3 weeks. Can't wait. Jay, we haven't heard nothing, no dates been given yet, but from what I can make out of it, looking at it from the outside, because I've been up there the past couple of weeks, they've got all the nets up. But I'm not going to say, yeah, it's going to be open, but it's a possibility, I suppose. I think from what I can see, it's going to be, next couple of weeks maybe. Another interesting fact for anybody that plays bowls or lawn bowls in front of the driving range. He's been talking about it. I don't know if he's going to go ahead with it, but he's on about putting in a lawn bowls, because I know the bowling green up at the Hacienda del Alimo is getting a bit tatty apparently, and the owner of the golf course is on about putting one in there, which would be amazing, because I know a lot of people play bowls. I don't, but I know a lot of people do, and that's the rumours that go around at the moment. So I will go up there in a week or so and have a check out, because I've been doing lately an update each month, but I thought I'd give June a miss and do an update for Camposol in July, because another thing that's supposed to be happening is they're going to start to remove the green waste. It's been going on for 2 years now. Right, so Mike's saying, "I all give Mike a big hello, because he is a top man." Yeah, so we got that. Jay, great question. Surely can't happen. Yeah, you never know. With the Spanish, it's like the mañana thing. They talk about these things. It's like this blooming 100% tax palaver, isn't it? Someone else that's like stirring up lots of panicking, and that ain't gonna happen. But anyway, and Mike's saying it's boiling. I expect even with the flaps open, it can make not much difference, is it, Mike? I just can't imagine. I mean, in here, I'm in the basement. I've got my fan going. Yeah. Have you heard that Spain might be changing the visa rules, making it easier? Saw this on a video I watched last week. Something similar to that. Well, Portugal. Okay, I mean, I love that name, Life in Black Shorts. I'll be honest, I heard nothing. I think a couple of years back, Valencia, which obviously is a different region to Murcia, was on about dropping the what was it, the 90-day thing, wasn't it? And they're going to put it back to the old system, 180 days. Well, that never happened. And then I think France was going to do something that never, because I think the problem here in Spain and all the other places in Europe, they don't like this, 90-day thing. Bit of a pain, really, isn't it? And obviously even the visa things. I mean, to me, it's ridiculous. I mean, you get people using the Irish passport. They don't even live in Ireland, but hey, why not go for it? But I ain't heard nothing. Proper. I mean, yeah, there's loads. The Daily Express and the Telegraph's the biggest pain in the arses when they come out with rubbish information. I think the biggest thing at the moment is the anti-tourists. We don't want a tourist there. Well, they keep forgetting to tell you that's about the Spanish islands. We're talking about maybe not so much Tenerife, but the other places where they got small islands, and obviously there, yeah, they got a problem because obviously all the people that work get pittance of the money, and they're living in tents, and obviously people charging and it's not just the English people, it's Spanish people as well, charge horrendous rents. I mean, but no, I ain't heard nothing, to be honest. I mean, I know Portugal every now and again says something, and then suddenly there's a mass panic. People are leaving Portugal because of taxes and all that rubbish comes out. I mean, I'm sure if there was anything going on with Parliament, we'd hear about it. But to be quite honest, I think at the moment they've got a major problem with housing, and it's all about the local people. They're building new developments at the moment here in Spain, and they're all geared up for us lot, but they're not thinking about the people that live here. They're not putting low cost housing. They're not even bothering with it. They're just whacking up these apartments at ridiculous prices, really. Um, but I can tell you what, as soon as I hear any whispering, proper whispering, obviously, about if they could do anything with the visa, from what I've been hearing lately, especially in the UK, especially through Chris, who's on holiday in Italy at the moment, making things a little bit difficult. Apparently, they're not rushing through the things at the moment. It seems each consulate has a different way of doing things, but hopefully, maybe the next year or so, they might do something. But at the moment, no, it's still you got to have that 28,800 or 32,000 euros to get in. Not so good. Right, how we doing? Oh, Sean, have you exercised more? You would not feel the heat so much. Yeah, I hate to say this, but what's exercising got to do with me with the heat? I mean, I could do like 1,000 press ups. That'd probably kill me anyway. But I'm still gonna feel the heat. There's being fit and healthy, gonna make nothing to do with the heat. You wait till you come here in the blooming in August. No matter how fit you are. Anyway, from James, good evening. I'm flying in on mid-July, looking to buy an apartment in La Torre, Condado, or the Sierra Golf Resort. Have you any tips? James, the only tip I can say, have a good look, mate. And make sure that even though you're looking at the property, make sure you have a good look at the location as well. Because you might find a fantastic apartment, but maybe there's nothing there. Maybe it's in the middle of nowhere. Have a really good look around. That's the best thing I could always give people for a tip. You're doing the right thing. You're coming at the right time of year. It's going to be really hot. So the place you're looking at, make sure it's got some sort of aircon, the whirly things, and not forgetting heating, because they do get cold in the winter time. You find most places here in Spain, unless it's some really old farm which has walls like 3 foot thick. That's what they built in those days. They used to build what you call proper insulated housing in Spain. You're not going to find that now. With all this new build, you're probably going to get a wall that thick with bricks got holes in it. Supposedly, they say the holes is to keep it aerated. Little rubbish, but I mean, I can't believe even these new places, and you got this certificate thing now where you got A, B, C, and D, blah, 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 and you find even new properties are still down to, let's have a look, A, B, C, D, probably D or E. Yeah, but have a good look at the location, because I think that's the most important thing. Obviously, have a good look at the property, have a good look around it. You know, ask the eight. Take another good tip is have a little booklet. You and your missus or your partner write down all the questions that you want to ask. Because the more questions that you're going to ask that agent or wherever you're going to have a look with, it should be able to answer you. We're talking about hospitals, medical centres, because that's another thing that's important. Where's the nearest medical centre? Maybe you're only going to maybe it's going to be a holiday home. I don't know. But you obviously the supermarkets, hospital. So, oh Sean, are there any great spots in Spain to fly drones? No, Yogi, you can't fly drones here in Spain. What sort of question's that? We've been out flying our drones. There's loads of great spots. I can't really mention them really because it just people wouldn't know where they are. Download the app. I'll tell you what. You want to fly a drone in Spain? The best app, obviously the Spanish app, because it'll tell you where you can't fly anyway, and that is the NR. Let's see. Can it see on there? I don't think you can see that on here. On there, up there somewhere. Anyway, I can't write it down for you, Yogi. I don't think. No, I can't write it for you. You know what it is. The Spanish drone app will give you all the information you need to know. And depending on what drone you got, DJI drones actually give you a map, tells you all the rules about flying as well. So, well done, Yogi, to catch me on that one. Sean, a little birdie told me you bought the... Yes, I did, but don't tell Jan. I'll tell you what, Yogi, that Mavic 4 Pro is amazing. Love it. But it's a lot of money in it. Don't want to crash it. When will you be on the Camposol TV show? Yes, there it is. They haven't asked me, so whenever. I've had a couple of people asking about it, but I'm still here. I'm still on the YouTube channel. That's the main thing. So I think we caught up. We still got 28 in the hour. So well done, people. It's 9:30. I'll just do one more question, and then we'll do the free magnet Sunday winner picker. Does that make sense? Right. Where was I? Okay. Glenn, can you still get the golden visa, mate? Oh, fantastic question. I'm not going to answer that 100%. No, you can't. They finished that. Funny enough, they had a big parliament meeting last year, and old Sousa's, the president, was throwing it out anyway. But the last people, I think people at the beginning of this year in January, if they were really lucky, they could still get the golden visa. But it finished in April, and that won't be returning. Because obviously the thing that's been going on at the moment is about, the housing problem. Even though there's loads of abandoned places around here, they've been on about that they was going to try and revitalise some of these abandoned golf resorts that were never finished off. But they won't spend the money. It's owned by the banks, and the banks are just sitting on them. But the golden visa is finished now. the only visas that you can get now are the non-lucrative and the digital nomad. And listening about the digital nomad, it sounds quite a tricky visa. Even though I know there's a few people that's got a few YouTube channels here in Spain, and they're on them. I saw a young couple, which I thought, well, you didn't do your homework very well. They went for the digital nomad and they bought a property here in Spain, only to find out that they were rejected. So they're obviously using the 90-day thing, and they're hoping within a year's time. Um, guys, you got to when you're going for these visas, make sure that you can, you're definitely going to be accepted. One, that you got the money there, and two, don't rush it. Have a look first where you want to live, and then go for it. So the golden visa has left the house, unfortunately, and it was an expensive thing. I think it was 500,000 you had to have, but obviously it would have solved a lot of problems because with that you could have worked here. Whereas obviously with the non-lucrative, and I know there's people out there, you cannot work. So anyway, we got back to Yogi again, saying it's awesome. Me, I hope. Anyway, what we're going to do, just thinking about now's the time for the free Magnet Sunday winner. Because I got losing my voice there. I got 33 in Yogi's lucky hat. They're all in there, guys. I especially picked them out tonight. Right, it's all right. I just need the drum roll. There it is. Here we go. Somebody in there to get a free magnet, and I got one. Who's it going to be this time, Des? Oh, that camera is right. So that's Dan McCrory, Dan McCrory. As you can know, I'm not a very good reader, not very literate. Is the word, I suppose, isn't it? So it's Dan McCrory. Is that an Irish name? I mean, I don't even know. I don't even, that could even not be the real name. But anyway, Dan McCrory, stop laughing, you lot, has won the free Magnet Sunday sticker. So next week, guys, it's going to be the free sticker Sunday sticker. But tonight, Dan McCrory. Anyway, if that's your real name, Dan, I don't even know if you're in there tonight. What I do need, obviously, is your real name and your address. If you live here in Spain, that's fantastic, especially if you live down the road. But if you don't, no problem. I will post it. Right. The best way to contact me, believe it or not, is on my Instagram account, which is obviously Expat and Mazaron. And you can private message it. Don't put it on air, guys, because you get spammed to death. There's little spammers out there that can't wait to get information off you. So Dan McCrory, you're a top man. I'll put that there so I don't lose it. I'll still keep these just in case Dan doesn't get hold of me. But anyway, so that's done. I'll just check. Go back to the comments. Right. So Bengal Bert saying congratulations, and Des, see, got to keep going, Des. Well done, Dan, says Kev. Well done, Rob. Bengal, sorry, Des. Yeah, you're too quick for me. Anyway, I don't think you was on this morning, Des, was you? You was obviously doing something. Well done, Dan. Well done, Dan. So we're all getting good there. We're not getting that. Yes, I know. Now, Yogi's just saying this, and I know a lot of other people had Martin actually private message me to say, Sean, and he actually pays YouTube I think he says he pays £12 a month. And that's where you don't get the adverts and all that rubbish, isn't it? And he said he still doesn't get a notification. Unfortunately, I can't do nothing. When I send a message to YouTube, because I have some problems sometimes, and I want to contact them, They never respond to me at all. I mean, all I can say, guys, is unfortunately what you might have to do. And I don't know people have done this the same. There's a unsubscribe. They subscribe to me again. They ring that bell because you got to ring the bell, guys. Just because you're a subscriber, you got to ring the bell. And you ring the bell, and hopefully it must work because obviously 33 of you today was in for the free magnet Sunday. Anyway, Deb, top person. Now, I'm only presuming that you're a lady, but you could be a bloke. But anyway, thank you very much. That's most appreciated. I think you fixed it. No, Yogi. Not. I cannot fix it with your hat. You got some sort of contraption in there, Yogi. Right. So, anyway, we can buy. No, you can't buy it, Andrew. Good thinking that. Okay. This I'm not going to sell them, but just a matter of interest, how much would you pay for a free magnet Sunday? Just throwing it out there. I mean, if you say €50, well, I'll definitely sell it. But just, I mean, I ain't going to sell them because that's not the fun that's not the fun then, is it? Pretty sure I caught the live 5 minutes earlier. Okay, so where we got to? We got 32 in the house, so we're going up a bit. I don't know. The other thing about this software that I use for the live, it doesn't tell me how many likes I got. So I'm only hoping I've got 32 likes. That's could be. Oh, Yogi's done me €1. Oh, sorry. We're on about a €1. Come on, it cost me more than that. And postage. I think postage cost me about 250. Well, John, €5. Yeah, that's a bit more interesting. You've got 30 likes. Okay, that's all right, I suppose. Can't moan at that. Got 32 in the house. So let's do another question. Okay. So, this is a bigger question. Any ideas if you can hire a mountain bikes anywhere on Camposol to your shore? This is from Gavin. Right. Now, there used to be a guy on campus, so I think he called himself Sunshine Cycles. He don't do that anymore now. He's gone into golf, hiring out golf stuff now. So what I've done here, there is a bike shop down in the port opposite. I call it the Grand Monday. It's a big Chinese buffet place down in the port. There's a bike shop there, and from what I hear, he hires out bikes. I know you're asking for mountain bikes, and then I looked online, and there's actually a e-bike. No, sorry, there's actually a bike place called Mercia Bike Hire. Check it out because I did check out the website. But the problem is that sometimes these websites, if they for some reason did close down, the website's still going. But I would check it out and send them an email or something, and because they actually deliver to you. But there was no prices on there to give you an idea of what they would charge. I would imagine if they're gonna deliver it to you, it's probably like 3 days minimal, maybe. I don't know. Now somebody else that I meet every morning for a cup of coffee called Rob. He did say to me he was quite happy to hire. He's got a couple of mountain bikes that he's quite happy to hire out. So, Gavin, that's up to you. What you want to do? You can come and see me, and I'll organise it to Rob, and you can check out the mountain bikes. Maybe we could, message each other, and I can send you some images. But yeah, the Mercia Bike Hire is what I've got. There's loads of bike shops around. There's one down in Bolwavo, a big one there, but they're e-bikes. Obviously, I'm not a bikey person, and I know e-bikes are completely different to a mountain bike or even a racing bike. So hopefully that's given you some information there, Gavin. Or anybody else that knows that if there's a bike hire place, because I know every now and again somebody sets up a bike hire thing and don't bother putting it up on Facebook. Okay. Oh, Andrew is saying €10 donation to the channel. Give me a couple of months, Andrew, because I still think it's better fun that you guys just go for it, because you never know, you can win, Andrew. But give it a couple of months. Ask me again, because €10, that's a nice figure, I must say. Right, Des, your name is the bottom. Des, your name is at the bottom of the list. Was it? Oh, well, there you are. I thought I didn't notice it, Des. Anyway, because I ain't going through all that lot, checking out all the names in the hat. But anyway, well done, Bengal Burt, for spotting that one. So we got, you know what time it is? It's quarter to 10. Good. Yeah, our time goes. I know it's a little bit late tonight, but that's good because I've only got a couple of questions left now. So this one's from Stuart. Is your underbuild normally hotter or cooler than the rest of your house? So, good question that. But I've got to be honest. Even though I'm in the underbuild now, I've got my fan going. It is still hot. We're even thinking about, because if you've seen any videos that I've done in the underbuild, we got a really big room in the other room, obviously. And I'm on about putting in an air conditioning machine, a big air conditioning machine, because I think what it is, our underbuild, we're on a slope. So obviously the back wall is underground, if you get what I mean, but this wall and at the side is obviously in the sun. And that sun, when you touch the wall, you can feel the heat. So I wouldn't know, because there's a friend I go to every now and again, Chris and Lillian, and they've got a cave house, and I didn't think personally it was that cooler. I mean, in the winter, obviously they got like wood burners to keep it warm. And the other thing I didn't really know, what I didn't realise was, with cave houses they have to have a lot of ventilation. So in the winter time, you have to have, like doors open and things like that. But no doubt, anybody that's got a cave house goes, no, it's not. Surely it's a lot cooler. But here we have to have the fans going, and like I said, we're going to have an aircon machine put in there eventually. But I presume, because we're not underground, see, fully underground, so there's a possibility it might be a little bit cooler. I mean, what I do notice is when I walk in from outside into here, it feels cooler. But once you're in here, I think what it is, it's not so much the heat, it's the humidity. It's that dryness, and that can be not annoying, but it's a bit uncomfortable. So what we got? We've got Bengal Burt. He's a top. I've been done well tonight. Thank you much, Bengal Burt. You're a top man. I've always said that, haven't I? All right, maybe auction a sticker and magnet, then donate to charity miners, the poachers, and the cossers here. Yes, that's getting all technical, that, isn't it? It's like I used to do when I started doing this channel years ago when I first come here. I used to do T-shirts, and if anybody bought a T-shirt, it was through a UK company, and every T-shirt that they sold, or I sold, I get like a couple of euros from it, and that worked really well. So you guys get a T-shirt with expat on it, and then along come Brexit, and that put a big end to it. Because what I liked about the UK company, I had nothing to do with it. You ordered it through them, you paid them, and then they paid me every 3 or 4 months on a commission basis, and that was great. But since Brexit come along, it was the tax they put on it, and I didn't think then it was worthwhile people paying, I don't know, 20 quid or more for a T-shirt. I just thought that was wrong, so I stopped doing that. And obviously here I did do it a couple of times. I'd go up the road, there's a place up the road that does a T-shirt for you, but then you get involved in different sizes, addresses, and it just, so That's why I do the free sticker stuff. Live. Oh yeah, four lights. Top man, we got 33 in the house. Camposol TV are live at them. Yeah, well, to be honest, Yogi, they're live all the time. Apparently, I know that on YouTube. What they do on YouTube, it's like a roll. So one day it's about golf, and then I think today Sunday it's about security. They just keep it rolling. I think I'm right in thinking now. Des is really generous. I think now what happens now, they've got an app. I haven't seen anything about that app because at the moment you can go onto Facebook. I think they got their own group page, Camposol TV on Facebook, so you can watch it on that. They've got this Twitch. I don't know what this Twitch thing is, but they've got the Twitch, and they got that. Go Google Play. I think that's where the app is. And obviously, if you're living on Camposol, you can watch it through CompuServe on the network. Anyway, got to say a big thank you. Woo! Hang on, let's do the. Hang on. Boy. Well done. Top man, you're still getting a free sticker, but anyway, in for it for next week. And like I said before, those free stickers, they're bigger. They're bigger now. Anyway, that'll be for next Sunday. Okay, so we're getting near the time. Even though I was a bit late tonight. Okay, Andrew's saying, what are the tax and ITV rules? If this is the thing, Andrew. I didn't get round to checking. What are the tax and IT? Oh, I know if Kevin's still on, he might be able to answer this one. If you have a classic vehicle, are here tax exempt an MOT over 40 years? Okay. Andrew, that's one question I can't really ask because I didn't really bother to check on that one. I mean, I've seen classical cars here, and from what I have heard, they still have to MOT the car or ITV the cars. I think they do it they don't do it every year, obviously. And obviously, the tax will come under classic car. All I can say is my wife's car, which is 20 years old, it's not, I mean, I class it as I call it the shebangy. But obviously, here in Spain now, they're going down the emissions route. And because her car's 20 years old, even though it's a 2 litre car, she didn't need an emissions sticker. Work that one out. What is that? I have to have my car, which is pretty new, brand new nearly. It has had a emissions class sticker stuck in the window. But Jan's old banger, it's probably a oil maker. She doesn't need a sticker for it. But in France, you do. That's what really annoys me. So, and funny enough, I was talking to Yogi tonight about. I've seen a thing about Madrid. Have got their own emissions warning thing, and I think it's could be a bit like London. You have a different sticker for Madrid, and I think Barcelona is another one. And what I did know, there's a Cartagena because it's another EU stipulation that they're not even bothering. They're going to put up the signs, but they're not even going to bother to fine anybody because, as far as they said, and they have got them, they've got plenty of streets where no cars can drive through, pedestrianised areas, which I think it's a bit of a con at this emissions thing. You pay a one-off price, you still drive the same. It doesn't make it any different, does it? But you just pay them, I don't know, €20 or something ridiculous like that, and it's for life, and it of the car, no doubt. Yeah, sorry about that, Andrew. I don't know if anybody can get on that. So, oh, he is there. Kev's there. Yeah, classics cars, a bit not too up to speed on it. No, I don't know that one. So I can't help on that one, Andrew. But what I will do, I'm going to put that question and I will make sure I look it up and we'll put it into next week's. So, how we doing? We got 5 minutes. Yes, we got 5 minutes. I've got another clock over there now, see? Because I know the clock behind me, even though that's fallen on my head a couple of times, that is keeping pretty well timed, I must say. Um, Right, let's just see if there's anything in there. Thought you could call it asset. Well done, Yogi. See, you know more than me. The jalopy. I call my wife's car. I was involved in an accident, unfortunately, about 2 months ago. I went into a bloody breakdown truck, smashed all the side of Jan's car in. Thankfully, got a mate that fixed it for me, put a new door on, and to be honest, it looks pretty good. But the Jan's car, I think we're only going to get another year out of it. Unfortunately, it's the old jalopy. Yeah, it's not looking good. Rules on normal cars for ITV, if you remember, no ITV for 4 years, then every 2 years, up to 10, and then every year, which is pretty similar, isn't it, to the UK MOT, I must say. Right, so it's been a good night tonight, I must say. It's coming up to 10 o'clock, so I'm going to turn it off now because I've got one more question, but I can't answer it now. That's from Glenn. I don't know if Glenn was in tonight. So I've only got two questions for next week, guys. So if you've got any questions, if you could put them below this video in the comments, that would be fantastic. But I'm going to say adios amigos in the mo. Of course, Jan's car won't last another year. You, God, Yogi, you're so lovely to me sometimes. Glad you're not driving it, because there'd be nothing left of it, would there? If you was driving Jan's car. So, what I will say, anybody coming over to Spain this week, you're in for an amazing time, guys. The weather's looking really good, lots of sun, temperatures are sort of on the 33 average. I would say, I would say I might go in the pool, but I am still hanging out. If I get 100 likes on my video I done this morning, I will go in the pool next weekend. But I still think it's a little bit short, still a bit cold in the water. Anyway, I'm going to say adios, amigos. Thank you much for popping in. Had a great time. That's the main thing. Yeah. Adios, amigos. Or Esther Luango, as they say.